Hello again. This is Shalene right here. Today we are resuming from where we left off last time. I actually went live on TikTok instead, and I managed to get some of the artwork done over there. So today, instead, I'm going to continue on here, see where we end up, see where we go. But we're going to keep it really simple today. We have leaves to add. I did the base colors on my live stream over on TikTok. So I'm going to complete them. Well, we'll see if we can complete them today. Well, that's the plan. That is the plan, essentially. Let's see what happens. So I'm just going to pull out my swatches really quick. I did pre-select some colors on my TikTok live stream, which I think I'll do again later tonight. And I really enjoy that platform, so I don't want to totally let it go, but I also really like YouTube. So I'm kind of stuck in between both worlds where I don't want to let go of both, but I don't really know how to stream to both. So I'm not going to stress myself out in regards to what I'm able to get done. So let's just continue with our colors. So I believe I chose one of these yellows, like a muted yellow for the first layer of the base. Let me see. I think this is the one that I chose for here. This is Anise, color Anise. Let's keep going. Yeah, definitely it was Anise that I went with first. Ooh, that one's like really green. And last but not least, ooh, that's fun. I like that. I actually prefer this, and this one. This one might be a little too intense. However, these three are kind of in a similar family. So let's go from there, see what happens. Let me see. I think I want to start with doing this base again. So I know I did this last time. You didn't see it on YouTube, but what happened was over on the TikTok live stream, I drew in these leaves manually myself because I figured I needed some sort of background that would like really complement the orange tones and the warm brown skin that I started with. So I decided to just add some leaves in the back of the illustration. So that's what I did. Unfortunately, I had some trouble inking the leaves, so I sketched it out with pencil, and then I went over it with some inking pens, but the pen was just a little bit thin. So what I told myself I would do. Hi, Jisoo. I'm doing really well. How are you? It's good to have you here on the live stream today. I'm just coloring in this these leaves right now and seeing where I end up. During my live streams, I make the most out of my daughter's nap time, so I'm gonna see how far we can get through today. You're so welcome here. Just want to let you know, to everyone watching, essentially these sessions that I do are timed during my daughter's naps to see how much I can accomplish. I don't always get an opportunity to draw, so this is kind of my little getaway and my little moment to pour back into myself, which I really encourage other people do too if you don't have the time or you're just too busy. It's just, if you see me, just remind yourself you're supposed to do something for yourself as well today. So let's see. I don't really know how I want to approach the leaves, so I'm just gonna wing it and have fun and play with it. you have any questions, just let me know. I'll try to get back to you really quickly. Right now, the leaf is feeling like really yellow, but we're gonna get it green eventually. And I don't know what possessed me to do so many leaves. I should have done like 3 big ones. Let's keep going. Oh, that's not the green that I wanted. I'll get there eventually, but not quite yet. I kind of like where this is going, but I don't want the lines to be a little too harsh. So I'm gonna keep trying to blend it back in using the base color. But I still have one more tone I want to go in with after this. So let's just start there, move on to another leaf, keep building on this. Let's see. Let's keep going. I'm gonna try and variate how I do these leaves a little bit. If you haven't seen, I on my channel I've been going live the past week, and you can kind of see the progression of how we've got this far. The only gap that's missing is when I added the leaves. I did that on a TikTok live stream the other day, I think a couple days ago. So that would be the only part that's missing. But you can pretty much see how I went from nothing to this. Okay, so I kind of like that leaf up there. Let's keep going to the next one. Let's just do only the sides for this one. I'm not gonna make it too dramatic. You would genuinely be surprised how much you can get done in just 40 minutes, even 30 minutes. If you set up your area and leave it ready to come back to every day or whenever you have time, it's so much easier than having to put everything away for each session. Okay, I do like that a lot actually. Hold on, let's go in a bit deeper with this. Okay. I really can't wait to add like this other shade of green, where it's really gonna push it into the green realm and not so much like yellow green. So let's do that there. Thank you for the likes. Something I haven't done recently or in a long time is do like a late evening or like late night stream. I really want to get back to that. Just these evening routines are so hard to master. But once I get a good handle, I might be able to move these afternoon streams to a little bit more after 7 p.m. I think it'd be just so much more beneficial for myself. And it's a time of day where I feel like a lot more people are available. I can't guarantee that I can be consistent to show up every day at this exact same time, but sometime between 11 and 2 is when these live streams happen. And because it's not too like definite, I'm not too happy about that. So if you find that you don't see me again, it's probably because I had to move the streams a little bit later. I like the idea of staying predictable. So if I can do that and you can guarantee that I'll be online Eastern Standard Time starting next week, I would like to move this daytime stream into the nighttime stream. In an ideal world, I keep both. Oh, thank you, Cloudy. I really appreciate it. When I started this page, I didn't really know what was going to happen. So, getting this feedback is super comforting. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. Okay, so I'm starting to see the vision a bit more as I go along. It's happening in real time. I'm so excited. Using markers just forces so much patience out of you. Okay, so we're actually making good progress on these days. I'm really proud of myself for that. I wish they were a bit more green, but we'll get there. Let's do one side of it a little darker. Okay, so I have a bit of overlap here in this corner. So I think I want to do the back leaf much darker than the front leaf so it kind of pops against the page. If I do it too dark, it's gonna look kind of weird. So let's do this very intentionally. So this leaf needs to be particularly darker. I might just like leave it super flat and simple and add more details to the one that's overlapping a bit. So there's a distinguishing factor or element that's maintained. Maybe you see the vision of what I'm going for a bit more. Yep, I like the decision that I made. This is good. I don't mind leaving the tip a bit more dark, but I'm gonna leave most of the leaf essentially pretty light. So this is just the second color that I'm adding. I still have one more that I want to play with. But for right now, it's going pretty good. Feeling really optimistic about my color selection. Let's do that. Let's go over on the dark green one in the back. Do one of those lines. Yeah. Okay, so, okay, I have another one back there. I should have done the same thing I did here with that one. So I actually chose the dark one in the front, unless I go even darker. Let's do that. I'm gonna go even darker back there. So let's see what happens when I do 3 layers. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on to the other marker, which is an altogether different shade of green, but it's deeper, it's more saturated, and it'll kind of add like that third layer of depth that we've been building. Yeah, I think that's good enough. It's popping enough at the back to let this one kind of shine through. So is this one. So let me sit with it for a second. I know it's a little blurry for you guys, actually. I wish I could like autofocus the screen. But let's see how this third green is gonna show up. I'm probably the most nervous about this, but let's try it and see. So this was the base yellow that we started with, and I'm just gonna prime this back leaf. If I'm gonna make a mistake, it's gonna be on a leaf we don't care about. So let's do this one and see what happens. Okay, so this is so green. Oh my gosh. It is so green. Yep, that's something. I have to commit. Let's see what happens. Okay. So that's actually the wrong one. Let's blend it back. I don't know about this green. I don't know. I'm not sold, but it's okay. It might take some time, but I do think it's a bit too blue. Which is surprising. Oh, this is actually the wrong one. Hold on a second. This is not the one that I originally wanted. Or is it? I don't know. Now let's keep going. I'm gonna try it in the back of here as well. Is this the one? Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna have to see what happens. I'm actually not the biggest fan of this green when it's layered with this one. Not too excited. I might have to swap it out for another color. Let me see. Let me let this dry and then determine if it's worth going forward still with the same color. I might just pivot. So I'm just looking at these swatches again, and I'm going to select another shade of green just in case, and then I'm going to just determine if it's worth committing to this green that I've already selected. I'm gonna give myself like 5 minutes. Not really 5 minutes, like a minute or two. But I'm not really sure. You can tell me what you think. Where's GY4? GY4. GY5. I might play around with this one. GY4. It's actually not that bad, but I'm still kind of skeptical. It's not that bad. But I think there's room for improvement. So I selected a different color and we are going to see how this green works instead. It kind of blends a bit more. It's not as stark of a green as this one is, or as that one is. But I don't know if that's because I'm allowing myself to get scared. So we'll see. It's too early to tell. I do think it's a good place to start, actually. The longer I sit with it, the more peace I have about the decision. But I am not happy with the fact that I am playing it a little too safe. And let's do this line. Yep, I'm gonna have to add a bit more depth in the center to make sense out of this. Doing all of this on the fly. Is this the same green? I think. Lord help me. Considering where we started at the beginning of the live stream, I'd say we're making some really good progress. Yep, I'm liking it. I'm actually kind of liking it so far. I really do. I think it was a good call to change the green I originally thought I wanted to do. This one is blending a bit better without feeling like it's not in the family. Okay, so looking at this now, I do like it. The stuff that I'd like to do, but right now I don't think I can finish it in the next 20 minutes. I'm not sure. Just gonna add some details here. Create some shadows. Oopsie. Definitely have to go over those lines. They're so thin. Yeah, this This is a nice touch, I would say. So let's keep going. Right now we're just building some depth to the image, helping it not feel flat or too flat. I actually like when my images have a graphic quality to them and not too much dimension. I love the like a graphic quality to my illustrations. Yeah, it's coming together. Something I've been wanting to do is just add highlights to the image in general, because why not? It's probably like one of the most fun things that I do in my spare time. Even with stuff I don't like normally ink. Inking is just so much fun. So let me see. I have a gel pen here, but it's kind of old, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this one is a little dry. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna find my pencil crayons and find the white pencil crayon. Last night. Yeah, just give me a second. I found it. So let's put this away. And I think to kind of boost that graphic quality I was telling you about, I like to do a little bit of an outline following the black line. Like the black liner is there, but I like to add a little bit of white sometimes. Not to everything, but just to some spots. In my opinion, it gives it like a little bit of a shiny feel, and why not? I know not everyone's into that, but I think it's really nice. Ooh, yeah, this is great. Maybe here. This is coming together. Right there, but not too much. It's subtle because I'm not doing like a super hard line, but I feel like it still reads really well. Alright, so I do think what I want to do is add some texture to the hair as well. Like some individual lines, some black lines, just to show like some strands. I'm not confident. Not that I'm not confident. I'm not sure which thing I should use to do that. I don't want to use a marker, and I don't want to use a pen. I wish there was a hybrid of like pencil crayon that you could use that's like a pencil, like a lead pencil. I may just use a pencil crayon that I sharpen really sharp. The thing about pencil crayons is they aren't like super precise. I mean, you can't get a hard line the same way you would with a pencil or a pen, which is super deep, super intense. So let's see, black raspberry. I'm not quite sure. It might work. So I don't know if you can see it, but when I originally did the hair, let's see if I can zoom in a bit better and get you guys a better angle. I wish it would focus. Let's see. Yeah, so I started a little bit up here, but I want to do a bit more. I only want to do it if it's actually going to make a significant difference. Otherwise, it's kind of like killing time. But that's not what this is for right now. I want to make the best use of my time because I know exactly what I'm trying to do. So I'm just looking for a darker pencil. This purple, it's called Purple Raspberry. Yeah, I think this one's called Purple Raspberry. Or sorry, Black Raspberry. But it's showing up as purple. It wouldn't be so bad, but I think in areas like hair, it doesn't hurt to kind of go outside the box. So I think I'm gonna actually do the pencil. I don't want to, but because I know it's gonna smudge one day. But maybe I'm overthinking it. But I want more texture. I want more. So I'd rather just get it the way I want it than not. Even if I butcher it, I'd rather just get what I want. So right now I'm just double checking this ink pen works. Okay. So I actually do like where it's at right now. And I know that the remaining of what's left of this image, I'm probably gonna have to do offline anyways, because my time is running up short again. But if we look at what we created, if you go back to the beginning of the live stream, we didn't even have colored in leaves, and now we do. I really like what this added to it. It just helps the image pop a bit more. And what this demonstrates is you actually don't need hours and hours and hours every single day to successfully work on a piece. You just need a couple minutes, 30-minute segments over the course of a week, and you can create an illustration that you still feel proud of. So this kind of concludes our stream today. I have to go, but I hope I'm just reminding you that you don't need everything. You just need a couple minutes. Little bite-sized pieces every single day or whenever you have time, and build something. Build something you're proud of. So thank you so much for being here on this live stream. I hope to see you again later. I'm going to try to do an evening stream today. If it's not here on YouTube, it'll definitely be on TikTok. So if you don't follow me on both platforms, it's at the same handle at Shalene Wright. You'll see right here. Hi, Aesthetic Miko. And essentially, I will either go live again over there or I'll go live here. Ideally, both places if I can figure that out. But this is what we were able to accomplish today, and super proud of what we were able to accomplish. I'm really surprised. And just to summarize, we started this last week Thursday, and this is where we are. I think it's reasonable as a woman who's still working and is a mom working from home and still holding it down wherever I can. This is great. This is great progress. So you can still get things done the way you'd like. Thank you so much for being here for the stream. I'll catch you guys later.